On April 23rd, I arrived in Cali, Colombia. I'd been planning for 2 years to return to vlogging, return to Colombia, dive back into Colombian culture, and dive into salsa and salsa caleña, which is something I've gotten really into in the last couple of years. 2 days after I got to Cali, the first national protest happened. And if you're unaware, there was protests that were against tax reforms that affected the lower class of Colombia. And those protests took place nationwide in Bogota, in Medellin, and they were definitely the most serious in Cali. And so I didn't really even know what was happening. I went out to just shoot a vlog as usual, and before I knew it, I was in the middle of this huge protest, which turned into rioting at times, and honestly, it was one of the craziest things I've ever experienced. So from that point, over the next week or so, things didn't really get better after that first day of protests. The roads in and out of Cali got blocked off, and there was a shortage of gasoline and of food, and things were getting pretty scary there in Cali, and I got pretty scared, and I decided that it was best for me to get out of Cali. So after a crazy late night taxi ride, I was able to catch the last flight out of Cali, Colombia before the airport shut down. So I flew to Pereira, which is a smaller city in Eje Cafetero next to Armenia and Manizales. And I was hoping that by going to a smaller city, I would kind of get away from all of the political chaos that was going on at the time. And things were definitely more calm in Pereira. People were out and about. It was pretty much business as usual, or a lot more familiar to what I knew of Colombia. And when I was there, I met some special people. I met John.
MarshallP.
¿Cómo va? Muy bien.
¿Cómo le va en México?
Muy bien.
¿Sí?
Sí. Sí. Who was teaching me salsa, and I met Carlitos, and I really just felt something special in that city. But on May 5th, just a couple of days after I got there, a protest leader by the name of Lucas Villa was shot and killed during a peaceful protest there right near downtown Pereira. And I could feel in the people that things weren't normal, and people were pretty scared. And the city was pretty quiet at night, and it just seemed like people were kind of waiting to see what was going to happen. And at that point, I started to get nervous that what I experienced in Cali was going to happen again in Pereira, where the city was blocked off and there's no way in or out. And so I decided to just take the jump and take a break from Colombia and let things calm down. So I left to Oaxaca, Mexico on May 9th, and I spent 3 weeks there. While I was there, I met some really special, great people. I was lucky enough to meet Dulce specifically. Dulce showed me around Oaxaca, and she even took me to her friend's birthday celebration, and I even sang a song for all the people that were there. It was something super special that I feel very fortunate to have been able to be a part of. But for me, the plan was always Colombia, and anything else didn't really feel quite right. So I decided to take some time back in the States to gather myself, regroup, visit some friends in California and Illinois and Miami. And I decided to come back to Colombia.
Hola, buenas tardes.
Pero faltó poquitito.
Amigo.
Vamos despacio.
Yeah?
Sí.
While I was away, I watched for any and all news about the political situation here in Colombia, checking BBC Latin America, El Tiempo, and watching a lot of YouTube videos from some of my favorite YouTubers here, like Where's Wes, who lives in Manizales, Afro Bajira lives in Bogota, and Gran Colombia lives in Armenia. And from what I could gather, it seemed like things were going up and down and sometimes staying stagnant, But that was mostly in the bigger cities, and it seemed like the smallest cities were pretty much life as usual.
Rico, rico, rico. Y como dice mi coro que sigue ahí. Escucha mi salsa buena, abre la ventana. Escucha, ahora estamos gozando hasta la mañana. Escucha mi salsa buena, abre la ventana.
¿Cómo va? Una guitarra. Sí, acústico con este tipo de... ¿Cómo se dice?
De cuerdas de
Cuerdas,
nylon y tres
sí.
de corchadas, bueno. Y este es 100% cedro, verificado. Tiene certificado en Contact
Tal vez una de tamaño así, tal vez como casi medio. ¿Eso es la misma marca?
Eso es un requinto.
Requinto, ok.
Es el requinto.
No es una guitarra, se llama un requinto.
Sí, eso es un requinto. Y otra guitarra más pequeña que se llama 3/4.
When I picked up that requinto, I had a big flashback to purchasing something very similar in 2017 in Armenia. I also purchased that requinto there, and I loved that thing. I loved the way it played, and I also loved the way this one played. They seem to make these things really nicely. The one I purchased in 2017, I ended up getting rid of when I went to Bogota because it was just too much to carry around. But I'm thinking of picking up one here, and if I do pick one up, I hope to hang on to it. Amigo, ¿cómo va?
Excelente. El plan de hoy es cine. Ya compré los boletos. Lo que tocó a las 9:15. Hay que estar 45 minutos antes para comprar las crispetas y eso.
Me encanta la ciudad también en la noche, porque creo que la última vez que estaba aquí yo fue muy solo en las calles porque no está pasando.
Ok, por el tema de la coyuntura del país en ese momento, el paro, había toques de queda.
Eso.
Entonces la gente tenía que estar en sus casas.
Seeing Fast and Furious with Carlitos is a huge throwback to watching the previous Fast and Furious in 2017 with Elizabeth in Bogota. We saw Fast and Furious 8, and then with Carlitos now, I saw Fast and Furious 9. So probably next time I come back to Colombia, there will be Fast and Furious 10, and I'll have to go see it with somebody new at that time. So I've been in Pereira now for a few days. I tried this Airbnb. It was super cheap, $13 a night, 1 bedroom, but it's very loud and right next to the road, and there's also no hot water. So I decided to look for something a little different, and this one I found for 17 or 18 a night, and it's just perfect, really, for what I need. It's a lot quieter, hot water, it's got a desk where I can work, and so I extended this one for the rest of the week that I'll be here. So things feel a lot better here than they did last time. And I don't know if that's just my mentality, and maybe I'm just a lot more calm because that stuff is kind of past and I'm definitely more relaxed now and just kind of ready for whatever. Or if it's also because the people here are more relaxed and things are a little more back to normal. It's probably a combination of both. But it has felt so good to be back in Colombia and back in Pereira. And I'm just so excited for what the future is going to bring here. I've got some great plans actually coming up in the next couple weeks, so stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a like down below, and leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about this kind of narrative vlog thing that we're trying here today. It's kind of fun. Anyway, thanks for staying tuned. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.